Dear students, this is our 7th lecture of heterocyclic chemistry, and in our previous lecture we were discussing about fusion nomenclature of heterocyclic compounds. We have already given 2 lectures on this. In first lecture I told you how to choose base component and attached component, and in our second lecture on fusion nomenclature we discussed how to name them after choosing base component and attached component, how we can name them, how we have to attach both rings, and how to give a complete name to a fused heterocyclic compound. Now today we will discuss about numbering of fused heterocycles. So this is a very important thing. Sometimes as you have seen in our previous examples, previous lectures, we need to indicate indicated hydrogen. So for that we have to number this fused heterocycle, and this numbering is quite different from the numbering that we have done for individually attached and base component. So let us quickly start. So as I have said, the first thing that is very important here is that fused heterocyclic system is numbered independently of the combining components, base and attached component. So we discussed that in order to name a fused heterocycle, we first have to dissect it, then we have to number individual component. But the numbering of a heterocyclic system as a whole, it has nothing to do with the base and attached component. The rules for number these fused heterocyclic, and this is only useful for fusion nomenclature, because we have another nomenclature system called replacement nomenclature system, in which there are somewhat different rules to number these fused heterocycles. So today's lecture is only important related to the numbering of fused heterocycles useful in fusion nomenclature. Okay, there are slightly different rules. Those rules I will discuss with you in our replacement nomenclature system. So the first thing is the numbering of the system at fused heterocycle is quite different from the numbering of its individual components, and the principle here is that the numbering is started from the atom adjacent to the bridgehead position with the lowest possible locus to the heteroatom. So that is the main fundamental to number these heterocycles. Like let us see now, these positions, these two positions which are involved in a fusion, these are called bridgehead positions. He says that numbering is started from the atom adjacent to the bridgehead position. Now these are two bridgehead positions, so the atom adjacent to these are this, this and this. These are 4 adjacent atoms to bridgehead atoms. So we can start numbering from any of these atoms, but that rule we have to follow. We have to follow the rule that we have to give the lowest possible locant to the heteroatom. Now let us try to number it. The first numbering we can done like this: 1, 2, 3, and you have to note that we give no number to the atoms involved in the fusion if these two atoms are only carbons. If we have a heteroatom here, then rule is slightly different, that I will discuss with you in my next slides. Now here we will start numbering from oxygen 1, 2, 3. Now we will not number this atom which is involved in fusion, so we will move here 4, 5, 6, 7. We will again will not number this. So this is how you can number it, 1 to 7. What can be the another possibility? Another possibility is we can start from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Another possibility is we can start from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So out of these 3 possibilities, if we follow these rules, that numbering is correct, which gives the lowest locant to the heteroatom. Here the locant position is 3, here locant position is 1, here locant position is 7. So this is incorrect. This is also incorrect. This numbering is correct because this numbering gives the lowest locant to this heteroatom. So that's how we number this fused heterocycle as a whole. It has nothing to do with the numbering that we have done in our previous lecture for individual components. This is called numbering of fused heterocycles, and this is very important when we have to name such type of heterocycles. We have not done these examples. I will do that examples in my next lecture. When a heteroatom is fused to a benzene ring, this is called benzo fused heterocycles. So how to name benzo fused heterocycles we will learn after this numbering. So this is a correct numbering, in which the numbering it gives you the lowest locant position to the heteroatom. Let us do another example. Now here let us do, we can start from any bridge atom. Now we can, it is not good to start from these heteroatoms as we have seen from our previous slides, because they will give a higher locant to heteroatom. So I will not consider these cases. I will consider only these two cases. One is 1 2 3 4 5. We don't have to number these bridgehead carbons. 6 7 8. Second possibility is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So we skipped in our previous something there, 1 2 3, so it was 4, sorry, it is 4, then it is 5, it is 6, it is 7, it is 8, that was left by mistake, so it is 9. So that's how there are two possibilities. Now the rule says that we have to give lowest possible locant to heteroatom. So here the locant positions are 1 3. So here locant positions are, you can see 3 and 5. So 3 5. So 1 3 is less than 3 5. So this numbering is incorrect. This numbering is correct. So this fused heterocycle will be numbered like this, starting from nitrogen 1 2 3 4 5. First we have to complete one ring, then we have to move to next ring 6 7 8 9, and we don't number these fused carbon atoms in this numbering system. Now let us do one more examples with some rules. Now he says that if there is choice, the heteroatom with higher preference is preferred. So let us understand this by example. Now we have these two cases. First we can start numbering from this adjacent to bridgehead atom 1 2 3 4 5 6. Second possibility is 1 2 3 4 5 6. In both the cases locant position is 1 6 1 6. So locant position is same. So out of these two, which one is correct? So we can predict this with the help of this rule. The heteroatom with higher preference is preferred. It should have lowest possible locant. We have already discussed that oxygen has higher preference than sulfur. O has higher preference than sulfur. So we have to choose that numbering system which gives lowest locant to oxygen compared to sulfur. So in this oxygen locant is 1, in this oxygen locant position is 6. So this one is correct, this one is incorrect. So this rule says if there is a possibility, if there is a choice, we have to start the numbering, or we have to give lowest locant to the heteroatom which has higher preference, and this preference we have already discussed many times. I already presented you a table in my previous lecture, so you can consult that again. So the rule was simple: first oxygen family, then nitrogen, then carbon, then boron family. This is the order of preference. And if atoms are in a same periodic table, so same group, so oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, then oxygen has higher preference than sulfur, selenium has higher than tellurium. So the rules follows like this. Now let us see about this. Yeah, you can number this again to give lowest possible locants to heteroatoms 1 2 3, or you can start from this position. So both are same. So because if we rotate the system horizontal or vertical, it remains same. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. This is also correct. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. This is also correct. Both are same. So that is how we can number this fused heterocycle. Now let us see the next rule. So it says that this rule says that carbon atom common to two rings is given the lowest possible position but not numbered. As we have done, we have not numbered the atoms involved in a fusion of two rings, and he says that the heteroatom, if it is present at a position of fusion of two rings, then it is numbered. So let us do an example. Now here you can see we can start numbering from here. This nitrogen, 1 2 3. Now we have a nitrogen at a bridgehead position. It says that if heteroatom is present at fusion of two rings, then it is numbered. Then we will give it a number 4 5 6 7 8. But carbon atom common to two rings is not numbered, so we will not number this carbon. So the numbering will be like this: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So this numbering is quite important when we will see our next lecture, that will be on naming of benzo fused heterocycles. So that is how you can number this. Now let us see the next rule. So there are actually many ways by which you can make these rules. You can also follow IUPAC rules, where he says that it takes the help of horizontal and vertical axes. So that rules are also there, but I have followed RR Gupta book, because you will get most of your questions in your exam from this book. So that's why I am following this numbering system of fused heterocycles given in your RR Gupta book. Now it says that the position of a saturated atom is indicated by an italic hydrogen, that we have already discussed, and is given the lowest possible number locant. So if we have a choice, then we have to give it a lowest locant position to a saturated atom. Now here we have a saturated or indicated hydrogen because it is a saturated center. Now we have to start the numbering so that it gets a lowest locant position. So 1 2 3, we will not number this as it is a carbon. 4 5 6 7. So that's how you can number this molecule. And when you have to write its name, you have to specify 2H before the name to indicate that it is a saturated center. So that is how you can number these fused heterocycles. So dear friends, these were some rules for numbering of fused heterocycles, and please be careful, these rules are only applicable when we have to do the fusion nomenclature. We also have a second system of nomenclature called replacement nomenclature, where rules are slightly different. There are some differences that I will discuss when I will discuss that lecture with you, that what are the difference between the numbering system for fusion nomenclature and replacement nomenclature. So please do practice, because this will be quite helpful for our next lecture on nomenclature of benzo fused heterocyclic compound. So till then, thank you very much, and please don't forget to subscribe and share the channel. Thank you very much.